After much preparation, expense, etc., we have now completed the new website for World Healing Centre. One of the reasons for developing World Healing Centre is to inform you about an almost forgotten science. A science that was practiced tens of thousands of years before the advent of civilization. A science that has been passed down by word of mouth over the centuries. A science that was used to help others, and the healing aspect of this science is currently practiced in different parts of the world, maybe in third world countries, deemed as backward, or are they more advanced? For example, approximately 300 police with tracker dogs, helicopters, mounted a search for a missing English girl in Malaysia, in the jungles in Malaysia, without success. And in desperation, they contacted the Malaysian shamans, who found the body overnight. Another simple example is divining. I promised that I'd show you how to dowse, how the ancients here that occupied these lands, and the scholars and sages from the past, they used the dowsing rod for many, many purposes. They used it to find people, to find water at a certain level. I can do this work, and I'm going to show you how it's done. It takes a lifetime of practice and dedication to do this work. So the dowser of today, the modern one, and I'm one of those, and the ancient ones alike, would walk like this with a piece of hazel, dowsing rod, as it was called. In other countries, they used sticks and pendulums, whatever. But across the world, they used instruments, if you like, to support their dowsing. I can do it with my hands, being a sensitive, and use extrasensory perception. I can dowse your body. But we'll talk about that later. Let's look at what the water diviner would do. There are hundreds across Ireland that do this today and every day, successfully. To tell you the depth of water, for example. And when you walk across a stream with water perhaps 100 feet, 100 meters, even a mile underground, the vibrations from the water are picked up by the dowser, and the stick will twist like this in his hand. So, to find water, shall we say, we're walking at this point, and you might find that that stick starts to twist like that, okay? And so we approach it from 4 angles. Again, picking up the stream, there we are, there it is at that point. And we look again from this angle. Okay, so you walk forward with your stick like this, and it holds. I can't hold it, it's twisting my hands. And we approach it again from this angle, and the same thing happens. When we approach the source of the stream, we pick it up and down goes the stick. It's simple when you can do it. This work, and this type of work, has been passed on to me many, many years ago. I devote my whole life and attention to this type of work. I use extrasensory perception to dowse a body, for example, for illness. I don't need the aid of the hazel twig or the rod or whatever. My sensitive hands will pick up, and sensitive body will pick up your condition and show me where your problems are. For example, a diseased organ has a vibration, a negative vibration, a vibration that causes that disease. But how does the healer cure this? Well, it's a gift from the good Lord. This is a gift, and maybe I can't go into too much detail because it takes weeks and months and perhaps years, even to describe what I do. I devote my whole life and attention to this work and have done, and I practice all over the country, all over the world. I work with positive people who want to be cured. I work with people who have a desire and a need to be cured and to believe in the work that I do. If you come in to my clinic with criticism and anger and hatred and bitterness towards me, I don't want to see you. It won't work for you. Don't bother. Go to your doctor. Go anywhere, but don't come to me. You're wasting your money and my time. So you'll have to live with your negativity. Some people who haven't reached a stage in their evolution but can't accept this divine gift or work, you'll have to perhaps live in your ignorance. And you don't have the right to criticize others who have been cured by the good Lord, and you don't have the right to criticize my work because you know nothing at all about it. Just the same as Michelangelo, Mozart, Caravaggio, the great artists from the past, devoted their whole life and attention to a special gift, a divine gift, so that they could paint beautiful paintings, just like the Sistine Chapel and hundreds and thousands of others. They resonate at a vibration that's different to you or to me because their gift puts them in tune with the spheres, if you like. Puts them in tune with a vibration that they can connect with in order to produce work of art. So how do they do it? Well, I'm not in a position to criticize them because I'm not an artist. I don't know how to do that, but I know how to heal. This is my job. This is the work that I do for my lifetime. I can't teach you how to do it. How could I? It's in the family. One member of the family can do it. So, I happen to be that member. And so, I've been offered an open check to give lectures and to do work and healing and to show people how to do it, and I can't do that. It's a bloodline. People find it difficult to believe this. You can't do a degree or a PhD or anything and put your piece of paper on the wall and say that you're a divine healer. It doesn't work like that. It only works when you're choosing to do it. My work, and I've been I'm used as a channel for this healing. The healing comes from divine. And you are not in a position to criticize my work, me, or the source of where it comes from. We get a few people, just a few, who think they know all about this and are entitled to blackguard and abuse patients who have been cured. Well, again, until you develop a positive attitude and live your life in a spiritual way, then I think keep your criticism to yourself and don't criticize the good Lord's work. So maybe I've given you a little basics and about divining. Some people have a great ability to do this. It's perhaps in their families, but my work carries me much, much further. It takes me into an area of spirituality that I find it difficult to explain in a few sentences. I suppose I can't just go out and get involved in social activity and listen to perhaps loud music, because all of this destroys one's vibrations and would make my sensitivity and would disturb my sensitivity so that I couldn't do this job. So again, it has limitations. We have to devote our whole attention to this work, and obviously it takes practice, a lifetime of practice. So how can you, my good friends, with no knowledge of what I do, be a critic to what I do? You're not in a position to do that. So, like I said earlier, if you need healing and you don't accept the work of the good Lord, then go to your doctor, go to your herbalist. Go anywhere. But when you're ready to accept, as most people are who come to me, and we've had a lot of miraculous cures. I'm going to go into a little bit more detail, maybe with a further video in a few days' time. So for now, as the shadows fall on this beautiful landscape, I'm going to say cheerio. Enjoy your company, and may the peace of the good Lord be with you. Today and all days, good evening. These videos show two gentlemen in wheelchairs. Both were told they would never walk again. Many tribes across the world use their extrasensory abilities to bring about miraculous discoveries. Professor Luke O'Neill, Professor of Biochemistry, recently pointed out a very important aspect to the medical science about the origins of medicine. The bark of the willow tree contains salicylic acid, used in aspirin to thin the blood. He also mentions the benefits of feverfew, St. John's wort, etc., etc. But of course, there was additional herbs used like slippery alum, which is also the bark of a tree, and it's used to neutralize the acids in the stomach. Motherwort was used as a diuretic, buchu for the prostrate, chamomile for breaking the stone, and parsley peart for breaking the stone also. The old name for parsley peart is parsley breakstone. We include Culpeper's herbal books on our website for your information. Never change medication without consulting your doctor. As the shadows of evening approach, nighttime closes down another day. The old website has gone, and as morning approaches, the new one is born. Welcome to World Healing Centre.